It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll keep our eye on A.J. Terrell. He had no picks a week ago, but plenty of stops. 9 of them to be exact. It's the Falcons and the Lions, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at our featured team here. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out the...
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. As we take a peek at their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native and former Oregon Duck, Marcus Mariota.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
A first down throw for Mariota. That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first quarter, getting hit with a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give him a fresh set of downs, but that brought the home crowd into this one. And when you go on the road, your job is to silence the crowd, not energize them.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Algier with another carry. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Mariota to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. We get a look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive.
There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
Kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
And down to the 36-yard line here. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 16 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards the pickup there. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off.
Offense.
Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion. It could have been an interception.
And a short gain here, down to the 22. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. The Lions at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Man open, here is Jones. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Montgomery will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance?
And in for the Lions, touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now Mariota. That one caught a along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now, this defense for the Lions, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Mariota. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit Lions getting set for another series here. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but a shredded defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing, Mariota. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The sack backs him up, so now Mariota in Atlanta dealing with a 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mariota now. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
To throw, Mariota. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we know the guys up front have to protect when it's a pass play, but it's really out wide. Sometimes you're going to swing a tight end or maybe even offensive tackle to get out there, but most of the time it's fellow wide receivers, and they really weren't up to the task there, were they?
Do you like that call on your own side of the field?
I don't mind that call at all, just about anywhere. But the key is you have to have the confidence, and then they have to execute their blocking assignments. Otherwise, you get the end result we just saw there.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Play action. It's Goff. Rolling to his right. Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. 2nd and 5 now. Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Ficken's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. To throw is Mariota. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On 2nd, here's Algier. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
Go!
On 1st and 10, Goff keeps himself upright. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Steps away. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff. He's going to try and go deep again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
And that's caught inside the 30. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And it's the Packers who are out in front in the second quarter. Aaron Jones with a touchdown run. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Ryan Tannehill has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson has a touchdown pass. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in this.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
Meanwhile, for the Falcons, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
James has got it, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Mariota's throw here taken in by Parker. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Mariota on 1st down. Flushed out right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Marcus Mariota, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Taken down at the 42.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Now it's gone. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Here's Mariota. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. Mariota's throw taken in by London. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down. Now Mariota. This is to Pitts on the quick slant. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45. To the air again, Mariota. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
A second down throw here for Mariota. Over the middle, complete. It's Parker. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Mariota to throw it. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Got his man. It's London. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back now here on EA Sports. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Now Mariota. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Falcons go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 62 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And off comes to Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. 2nd down and 7. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. Here's Gone. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Bit of a pressure kick, no doubt, here for Sam Ficken. This to swell the lead to 6. Fickens' kick is good, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a carry for Algier, headed right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing is Mariota. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
A first down throw for Mariota. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick, but instead it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mariota. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aleem McNeil with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down they go Montgomery. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. Fickens' kick is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss, because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here is Mariota and the Falcons. Down by 9. 1:36 to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Mariota. He finds his man, complete. That's James. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Mariota. That's caught by Pitts. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Now Mariota. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Mariota. This pass is caught by London. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Trying the left side with Algier. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Now Mariota on 4th down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just the week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Lions, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.